YouTube again. I'm not going to be on here long. I just want to tell y'all I'm probably going to take this evening off and tomorrow. Because I got to go in there and tackle that living room. Find some place to put all this stuff. Ugh. It just seems like there's always more things. And finding a place to put it. Who was in class earlier today? Let me know if your head was bust just a little bit. Fine. Yeah, I gotta get some stuff together. Ugh. Grease be everywhere. And plus, y'all got homework to do anyway. Hello. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, y'all. Hey, Miss Lucille. Hold on, let me get my glasses on. Y'all know I can't see. This is crazy how bad my eyesight has gotten in the last year and a half. I think it's these computers and devices and the eye straining. It's gotta be, because I used to be able to see a little bit. Now I can't see. Gotta take my glasses off, put them on, take them off, put them on, take them off. It's wake up looking for the damn glasses. It's crazy. Come on and dry. Thank you. So who learned something today in class? Anybody learn anything? Maybe? Hey. Now I can see y'all. Anybody learn anything today? What you learned? Tell me. Ow! That CERCA can walk in 7-inch heels and do. No, y'all said she's awfully tall today. Kids can be taught differently. Satan's a shapeshifter. Cool. What else y'all learned today? Demons are everywhere. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I'm about to use that massager that Miss Tracy gave me. That right here. It is. What else? Demons are everywhere. And what else we got? What else y'all learned today? I learned that we do what's expected and we receive our awesome blessing. That's right. Getting pregnant young was for a reason. Ooh, yeah, high five. Saved my life. My kids, I used to tell them all the time, y'all saved my life. I probably would have been dead if I didn't have y'all. Monitoring spirits. God has and still got it. Come on. What y'all got over here? Can I ask y'all a question? Do you feel like you're more... No. Do you feel like you're more apt to learn because this isn't a church setting? We can block our own blessings. Ooh, Tiff. Honey, CERCA learned that lesson. Does demons have anything to do with dementia? Hell yes. And do, Vicky. My first blessing was twins at 17. My cousin, we both had, she had twins at 17, and I had my son. Our kids is like 2 weeks apart. Only wanted to learn for God's glory, not man's. Okay. Okay. So being here and learning the things that you've learned in the time that you have. Let's just turn this off. I didn't go get my Bob Evans, but there's a family member here that had sent me some money about a week ago to go get some other food. And I had just been saving it. And I went and got that food. They bought me dinner, but they bought me dinner and lunch today. Thank you. I appreciate you. Because I don't really get to go out to eat, you know. It's always Uber if I'm going to get something. Am I still on Instagram? Yes, I just don't ever go over there often because it just be a lot trying to look at all the screens. I need to quit treating Instagram like they the stepchild. Church people always want to seem perfect with a bunch of rules and regulations because the religious part is removed here. Ew, Robert, high five. I did, and the rest of it is in the Frigidaire. And I sent a picture. So I said, who eating all of that? Me. Who's eating all of that food? CERCA's gonna eat it. And yes, it's enough for 3 people, but that's okay. I told y'all, if I show y'all a picture of it, y'all want to see. Y'all want to see how fat y'all teacher is? I'm going to show y'all. Just fat for no reason. Yes, I was there by myself. Tootie, don't be laughing at me. Yes, I was there by myself. The people, the ladies pushed the down. Now, y'all want to know what's real funny? Who want to know what's real funny? You saw my last year picture? Yeah, and I did not have this big old back last year. Thank you, family. See, Webby had a song about something similar to this. If you are a Webby, who's a Webby fan here? Reverend Webby. If we got any Webby fans, any Reverend Webby fans out here? Yeah. Okay. He said, no, I'll take that back. It wasn't Webby, it was Plies, Reverend Plies. Excuse me. I confused the reverends. Reverend Plies said, you don't gotta pay me. You owe me, but you don't gotta pay me. He said, I'm gonna take your chick and feed her till I get her thick. Make her put my name on her nails. And so without the first part of that, that's about what y'all did to me. Thank you. I appreciate it. I guess y'all did send me some love, so we can kind of say that. But yeah, that's about where I'm at right now. Thank you, family. I guess I should put WOU on my nails, huh? That's what y'all want me to do. That's what y'all said. Y'all want me to put y'all name on my nails, huh? Since y'all done got me thinking, oh, I guess I got to put y'all name on my nails and stuff. That's what Reverend Ply said. He said, I'm going to go on and love on her and make her thick. Get her some good food and have her put her name on my nails. And that's what he said. So I guess that's what y'all did for me. So I need to be thankful. Yep. I'm gonna put WOIU on my nails, I guess. Because y'all done loved on me till I got a bigger back. And around their midsection. Thanks. I tried to love y'all to life. And y'all love me to roly-poly-oly. Thank you. Great. It's great. You would be in trouble with me. And because I'm from the South and you cooks. Oh, shoot. All right, now, I like food. I like a man that knows his way around the kitchen. You hear me? So let me ask you a question. What was the most interesting thing you learned today? I want to know what made you gasp or made your toes wiggle. Because I don't be knowing what y'all be getting from all these classes. Sometimes I think I go in and out. I'm just going into y'all subconscious. That's probably why I be in y'all dreams. Thank you, Miss Craig. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Some of you already read the infancy, but did you see it in a different way today? This Jesus started miracles as a baby. He did. We get something new and insightful. Oh, that be our dad. He just used me as a conduit, and I'm excited about it. Where are my cushions? And is. I can't wait to hug on my grandbabies. Oh, thank you, Mr. Romeo. I appreciate that. So as frustrated and overwhelmed as I get as a single mom, I was a young mom for a reason. Your kids is a blessing, baby. Your kids kept you out of trouble. Listen. Satan's a runner. Where else have we seen? I'ma just help y'all cheat. And I normally don't believe in that, but we gonna do it today because I already know. Why do this light? Oh, there we go. I'm like, it be seeming dark. All right now. Don't get to moving too quickly. Y'all being fell on the floor. They better pay attention. Oh, I like that it smells like real wood in here. I just want y'all to know that. That's why I don't like the plywood stuff. Because real wood is, 20 years from now, it's going to smell like real wood, and it's great. Learning to understand the way the word was really intended to be understood. Ooh, thank you, Walmart. $12. They have they had pink and black, I think, when I was there. Mine did too. £2 premium. Brought structure for me. I'm so happy y'all admitting that. Who knew that the mother of all mothers was a teen mom? Who's new here? Anybody new? Like less than 6 months? Raise your hand, please. Love you too. Okay, Miss Pom Pom. Anybody else? Everybody else is old? That's okay. Okay. So did you know that Mary was a teen mother? Mary had Jesus when she was 14. 7. She's 14. Mary's a teen mother too. Jesus' mama was a teen mama. She's 14 years old. She was 14. This book tells you all about it. Well, remember, she started her cycle at 12 or 13, and they put her out the temple. That's when Joseph had to take her, and they drew for the straws, and he got her. He said, I'm a widower. My wife is old, and my kids is grown. I do not. My wife then died. I do not want no little 14-year-old girl. And they said, well, you better take her. Really? They following a star right now to find the Antichrist? I believe it. He about to be put on that thing. They know exactly where he's going to be. I had my first as a teen and God.
Talk to you later.
I love you.
Wait, can you answer my question just real quick?
Is it about food or something?
Yep.
What?
What do I season my greens with? It's canned greens. I already put garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper.
You didn't need to put no salt, really. That's it.
They was nasty.
Did you get turnip or did you get collard? Oh, no, yeah, that's right. All you need, you got some real garlic? Or you just got powder? Put the real garlic in there. And put a little bit of oil in it. Like a half a teaspoon of vegetable oil or something if you got, or olive oil, whichever.
Okay.
All right. And you can put...
soul food burritos.
Oh, sounds good. That's why you don't need a lot of salt in your greens because the other meat and stuff is going to season it.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
What'd I tell y'all? I'm only good for food still. Parents are only good for food. Food and shelter. Even when they don't live with you. I just need, all my kids be like, okay, so I just made this. I need to make this rule. What I need. Never fails. And you know that's the need. You already know. I told y'all my kids cook. They don't do that. Well, nah, they throws down. Whenever they do get married, their spouses is gonna be real happy. They can clean up. They know how to manage their money and comb hair. I told them everything can build beds, paint, uh, everything I know how to do pretty much. Bake bread from scratch, all of that. One of my daughters, she had my grandbaby had like digestive problems, kind of like just with the milk. She made her milk out of like, I don't know what she made it out of, but it wasn't cow's milk or anything. It's like nuts and berries or something, dates and something. I said, oh, that's funny because you had to drink soy milk when you were little. You couldn't drink. After I stopped nursing her, she couldn't drink like the Similac and stuff. She had to drink soy. And her daughter's tummy is just like that, I guess. Yes, lactose intolerant. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Mary was a single mother, as was I. And looks like some teen moms and dads in here, which is great. Because God determines when you are born, nobody else. God doesn't make mistakes. If they're pregnant, it's because God wanted that person to come to this planet or whatever it is. You were on a lady's TikTok yesterday and she showed you this book, or last night. Good job. It's a really good book. I'm telling you right now, it has the book of Nicodemus in it, which is the story of when Jesus went to hell and what happened. But it also has the infancy of Jesus Christ and Mary's story in here. Her birth, that she walked at 9 months, that she went to a monastery from the age of 3 to about 12 or 13, which is where Mary, the mother of Jesus, was the teen mom. Yeah, and you can read that in this book right here. It's one of the lost books of the Bible. See, if you can download. Let me turn this way. Yep. Screenshot. Who was Joseph? What do you mean, who was Joseph? He was a widower. He was an older man that his wife had died, and he had grown children. That's where James and all those boys come from. Jesus, by marriage, had other brothers and sisters. Not biologically. He was Mary's first child. But the husband that she married, who ended up becoming Jesus' stepfather, had grown children. He was a widower. His wife, he had already had a wife. She had died, and he had grown kids. So when they said, Jesus, your brother and your mother is calling you, that was Jesus' stepbrothers. You're welcome. That's why they was like, oh, that's how you know she wasn't no virgin. No, she was the second wife to Joseph. And Joseph had a wife that she had died already. He had grown kids. That's why he didn't even want her, because she was young. And he married her, put her in a crib, and the same night he didn't even touch her. He left, and he was a carpenter. He left and went building whatever he was building for 6 months. And when he came back, her stomach was swollen up. And that's why he was trying to put her away quietly, because he didn't want to embarrass her, because he thought while he was gone that she had slept with somebody, because he never touched her. They don't tell you that part, do they? Yep, Joseph had a family. Yep, God told him to marry Mary. Yep. Yep. Gives a different spin on this whole perfect thing that church kind of sells you, right? That if these things happen, that you're horrible and that it was a punishment. Children are always a blessing, because you don't understand what that kid is going to teach you. My kids taught me a lot about life, a lot about myself, a lot about everything. They still teaching me. So, I'm just happy to know that when y'all come here, y'all learn something, and it makes y'all look at the Bible differently. It's more interesting to you because you know how to apply it to your life, and that means that it's working. The fact that y'all come in and y'all tell me your stress levels are down, just all these things, they don't have nothing to do with me. I promise they don't. Y'all asked a question before y'all came over here, and just so happened the answer popped up at WOIU on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or wherever you found us. But it's life-changing information. You look at everything differently now. You don't just take anything at face value. You're going to look it up. You're going to go research. And even if it's just a quick Google search, you're going to look it up. You're going to look in your library and see. Thank you so much. You look over contracts differently. You think about the words that people say to you differently. You might even look up when a person is talking to you, look up and see, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And these are simple changes, right? These are simple changes. They're not, y'all didn't have to stand on top of your house or stand in your yard or stand in front of the church and make no big old declaration. You didn't have to do none of that. You just tried every day. It's blurry on YouTube. Ain't no telling. I claimed it. It might be my internet, y'all. I don't know. Y'all know it's, I ain't gonna say it's always, oh yeah. It's just because I was moving around. And when I be moving and be trying to focus. These iPads are different. This is an Air and this is just a regular. And these regulars do stuff differently. I'm telling you, they're different from the iPad Air. I thought I was getting these, another one of these, but it was the wrong one. And they don't do, they're different. Not that I don't have money for a new TV, but why would you say that? You don't have to have no money. You got it. Can y'all say that with me? Like on Blue's Clues? Or wherever it is, say it with me. Is that Blue's Clues? Where they say that? Say it with me? I don't have to have the money my daddy do. Can you say that out loud? And don't mumble it. Say it loud and proud like y'all do when y'all wrong. Or when y'all complaining about something. Can y'all say that? I don't have to have it as long as my daddy do. You got to start believing that. People say they got a kingdom mindset or whatever, but princesses and princes do not be worried about where it's going to come from. I don't have to have it. My daddy has it. That's right. That's why we taught that lesson today. He had it then and he got it now. When have y'all saw, okay, let's do it. We found out Job was a quintillionaire before the fall of everything. He was a quintillionaire, and then he got double that because he went through for God. Okay, every single time we see that Jesus as a baby was going into a city, God put him with the richest people around, the most influential of people around, but he also knew that those people had a problem. What happened? Everything that Jesus needed for the people with him, his parents, it was all being provided. Long as he kept doing what God asked him to, well, you know what I'm saying. He's taking care of the problems. Nuh-uh, it's mine. You be tripping. Ain't no telling. I'm supposed to be getting dressed. You about to make me not want to go. Girl, go where you're supposed to be going. Look, let me not, don't say, because we don't know where I live. Don't say, people is crazy. But, yeah. Yeah. Do y'all think that Blue Ivy be worried about anything when she go in the store? Or LeBron James kids? Or Eddie Murphy's children? Or any of them? Madonna. Do you think her kids are worried about what Bruce Springsteen, Michael Jackson, hell? Do y'all think that any of their kids is worried about what they want when they go in the store? Why are they not worried about it? That damn shelf. Scooter thing. They mama and daddy got it. Their parents are loaded. So if you believe the scripture where God said he owned the cattle on 1,000 hills, hell, I own the hills, then why do you stress If God says, I'm your provider. You said Blue Ivy spends grandly. I didn't know. She spent thousands and thousands and thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars probably. Okay. Y'all think that Jay-Z and Beyonce is better than the creator of everything you see? Tell me. Because he's not a physical being, them. So then why do y'all limit what he can do for you? Who's been here to see CERCA in tears or very excited? Because I said, I just thought about this. And y'all didn't see me break down and cry or run out the room. And that ain't scripted because I don't know what y'all sending me. Or I say something just random on here. Get off. And something done been delivered while we on here. And whatever it is that I just talked about on here, when I get to my P.O. box, that ain't enough time for you to send it. It's already been there. So I done talked about it in here. And then I say, oh, something just got delivered. Y'all don't tell me what it is. Sometimes y'all don't say nothing. And then boom, I go there and whatever it was that I was talking about on this live is already at the P.O. box. Before we could talk about it. God says, before you can ask, I've already answered, but do you believe it? He said, I already know what you need. Okay. How many times have you already bought what you knew your kid was going to ask for because they think that they really did change so much and they don't know they still asking for the same stuff? Don't you know your children? You can look in their face and already know what they're going to ask for before, and you sometimes just sit it out on the counter so that they can think that you already know what they want. Do you know where you get that from? Your daddy, the creator of everything. So you're not a better parent than him. So the same way that you prepare for what you already know they're going to ask for and have it ready or have it in the cabinet or have a favorite bubble bath, body wash, whatever it is that you do that you know makes them happy. So you going out your way when you go to the grocery store or Walmart and just go and put it in the cart before they can ask. And you might leave it in the car so they don't think they don't think that you know that they going to ask for it. And then they say, Mommy, Daddy, can you go look in the back of the car? I already got it because I already knew you was going to ask for it. Do you or do you not do that for your children? Or your husband or whoever? Your wife, your friends, you already know your friend. You already know certain things she like or he like. So you just go ahead and grab it. You do that with your mother. Really anybody that's around you once you learn them. Okay. So why don't you think that God can do that for you? Y'all literally watching me live it. And I'm telling you right now, I can honestly say it is not just because of TikTok, because this has been here before. It's been here before where I didn't know where I was going to put stuff. I kid you not, in more than one time. Because I believe God. The only way to see something supernatural is to believe it outside of the natural. And natural is all that you can do. He keep telling you to test him. That's scripture. He said, put me to the test. See if I won't do what I say. It comes in that you don't believe that he can do it. Is what be happening. That's why you don't see it. Queen, listen. And I'm not saying that I'm always a good person. Y'all have seen me snap and go all the way ham. And be all the way in my flesh. All the way. But I will say this, learning a different way to live has made my life a lot easier as far as even when I'm in stressful situations, God showed me He can take care of me and make me comfortable in whatever situation I'm in. Whether I'm in my car, whether I'm staying with somebody, whether I'm in my own place, it a shelter. He's made me comfortable in every place that He's taken me to. And that's really what it be about. Will you trust Him through it all? Or do you only trust Him when it's good? And then after that, you think you need plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z and back Z to A. And then you give Him a chance. Being content in Him. Come on. He provided hot water for me, and my hot water heater was off for months and due. That's a miracle in itself. Who's seen miracles since you've been here, maybe, that you didn't even know it was miracles? Like you thinking about something and then it being on sale or being for the price, or you go and you ring it up and you ain't changed no prices on it, but it's the exact amount of what you got in your pocket. Stuff you might have just chalked up to a coincidence. Now you understand that was God answering your thought, your prayer, before you could even ask. You just thought about it and it showed up. Whatever that is for you. Peace, a couch, I don't know. Everybody's needs are different. Medical insurance, car insurance, driver's license reinstated, talking to your kids that you ain't talked to, grandbabies, health, whatever. The specialist opening up that you need to get into for whatever your issue is. Like, He takes care of every need if you allow it. And it's hard because we're so used to making things happen, but then we always end up in a situation and we be trying to be mad at Him. He said, I was not in control. Remember, you told me to sit back because you had plan A through Z. So I was just going to let you see what they was going to do. I had a plan at A, but because I'm alpha, all you need is the alpha plan. You don't need beta. You don't need none of the ones after that. Gimel and Bet and all of that. You don't need none of them. I'm everything you need, plan alpha. He said I'm alpha and omega. I'm the end and the beginning. So why is you going to anybody else when I'm the only one to know the beginning, the middle, and the end? Why is you asking them? Ask me. That's of your life and of life, period. I was there at the beginning, before the beginning, in the middle, at the end. I'm gonna be here. I know it's hard to give your life over and wait when you don't see. But seeds don't grow in the light. Roots do not grow in the light. They don't. Do they? Where do seeds and roots grow? Where do seeds open up and where do roots grow? Where do they grow? They grow in the dark. Dark places. And if seeds and roots are exposed to the light, what happens? It dies. If roots are exposed to the sun too early before they can find a water source and a nutrient source, that plant is not going to last. Your faith is growing in the times when you can't see. Your faith is growing when all the doors are closed in your face. Your faith is growing when the eviction notice gets put on the door. Your faith is growing when your car keeps breaking down. Your faith is growing when you might have to walk. Your faith is growing when you're being challenged at your job. Your endurance, long suffering, all things that need to be birthed out of you in order for you to go to the place that you say you want to go to. You're being purified. Do y'all think I was happy about walking? Now listen, I wasn't tripping about walking. But then I had to walk with a torn ACL and MCL in the snow. And I fallen. When I first hurt my leg, I fell slipped on some water, and it popped out, and I was in the bathroom on the floor screaming for bloody murder for somebody to come help me. Because it had popped out again, and I didn't know. And somebody had mopped the floor. I was in a shelter. And I was screaming. Oh, Jesus, that is pain I don't never want to remember. That's crazy how your nerves don't forget. Okay. So then I get out of there, and I have to walk with a torn ACL and MCL in the snow and on ice. Because I don't have a vehicle. You want to know what that taught me? Step lightly. And plan every step. Watch where you're going. Watch where these feet is at. Make sure it's sure. Check and see if it's ice first. Because I'm not steady right now. My knees are not as strong. And I'm putting most of my weight over here so I can slip and fall. And I can't catch myself with this leg. And I can't let it pop out. So I cried a lot. Because it would be cold and I would have to walk slow. So I had to bundle up real good. I tore my ACL in late September. It started snowing in October. You have to think by the end of October, it had some early snow here. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And then it was ice. Okay. I could have complained. I did it. I just asked God to give me the strength, and I took slow, steady steps. You know what he did? And if you know anything about Missouri, it's hilly here. It ain't no straight line, nothing. It's up, down, curved, sides. It's yeah. Okay? Your hip went out September 2014. Not a game. But even those physical representations should teach you something. So you need to assess what it is that you're going through in your life and look at how your thoughts are. Look at what is God trying to tell you. So he healed. He healed my leg because I ain't got no brace on it. Y'all be seeing me jump and do all kind of stuff, and I ain't had no damn surgery. Ain't went to no damn physical therapy. I've been doing my own. He tell me what to do, I do that. And that's what I've been doing. Sometimes it hurts, sometimes it don't. But as y'all can see, I be running and everything. And I just would lay my hands on my knee and say, God, you know I can't handle surgery. It was COVID time, and I didn't trust them. Okay? I got like 15 of them. No, I'm just playing. But yeah. So with that, I broke my foot to slow down. Yeah. Yeah. I try to get y'all to see, like, you said I walk lightly now. Isn't that crazy though? How a situation can change your whole way of thinking. It's good though. Who's going through some things in this week you're going to go through and see why these physical things are happening and how that connects to your spiritual? Have y'all been doing a lot of that connection thing? Now that you've read the story of the brothers of Joseph and you understand that hatred or this can cause your liver and this is connected to your spleen and this is connected to that, these emotions. I don't know. Miss Carter, I don't know. My body has been so heavy lately. I'm not depressed or anything. Yes, deeply. Okay. Yes, that's why I've been asking for help with my thoughts and emotions. Good job. And don't be hard on yourself. You did not get to thinking the way you think in one day. It was several events over a lifetime that caused you to be the way that you are that you might not like. So it's not going to happen overnight. It is a learned behavior to change your speech. It is a learned behavior to change your thoughts. This is why God said renew your mind daily. Every morning. Get up and start your day with me. And before you know it, you won't even realize when it fell off. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that y'all was doing before y'all came to the WOU community that we might not have even ever talked about here. But for whatever reason, you just don't do it no more. And you probably don't even know when you stopped doing it. It wasn't even nothing that you had to try to do. You just be over here so much. Stuff just fell off. People fell off. Situations fell off. Things fell off. You didn't have to go cutting it off. It just fell. You didn't have to tell your friends don't call you no more. They just stopped because what you was talking about, it wasn't interesting to them. And your habits and everything will be the same. Don't be so hard on yourself. This is not a race to be perfect, y'all. It's just learning one more thing every day. As long as you're learning one more way to live or a different way to think every day, you don't have to worry about what you did yesterday or tomorrow. Don't worry about that. Just work on today. That's it. Just change your mind today. Don't say tomorrow I'ma just work on your attitude for today. Work on what God wants you to see about you today. Don't worry about then or tomorrow. I promise. If you take this, why y'all think I'll be asking y'all to journal every day? Okay, so let me ask you a question. In the last 18 months, the people that have been here, and did you go back to the front of your journal when you first started here? Like, I don't even know what to say in here because I don't really journal, but CERCA's making us do homework. And now you find yourself, whenever you have an issue, you go straight to your book. Good day. What time is it? 6:25. Anybody? That journal becomes a release where you can say what you need to without offending people. You can say whatever you need to. I just find it funny how. So let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all record just as much of your good as your bad? Because it can get very easy to only journal about the things you don't like. Take it from me. You can get in the habit of that too. Of only writing down the things that are wrong. Or the things that get on your nerves you feel like you can't say. So make sure you get in the habit of even just thanking God. Even if you just wake up and be like, thank you for waking me up because somebody didn't. Thank you for waking my kids up because somebody's baby didn't wake up today. Thank you for the roof over my head. See, when you start to have an attitude of gratitude in there too, stuff just starts showing up. I learned that. I said, oh, this stuff's sacred. If I just get up and thank you for what I already got, you send more. So now I be scared. I want to thank him, but I don't need no more stuff. That ain't what I need, Dad. I don't need no more stuff. That's why I be scared to sing the Enlarge My Territory song. No. I'm being very careful with these words now. Singing about abundance. And yeah, but you don't understand how much work abundance is. You don't understand how much work a large territory is until you got to be the one taking care of it. Whew. So be careful, family. I ain't saying don't ask for big, but big can be a lot. So just make sure you count up the cost. Because I used to say, God, if you want me to minister to the world, I will. If you want me to sit and do Bible study all day, Dad, I got you. I can't wait until I have a beautiful library filled with all kinds of books from all over the world, and big pretty books and little books and all of that. Didn't think about who I was going to have to be the one putting them up on the shelf and picking them up and putting them back. Ooh, where much is given, much is required. It's so true. Come on, listen. And I had the Jabez journal. Listen, don't send me nothing, Jabez. I'm thinking back to, listen, years ago. See, this is why I be telling you. See, I be trying to tell y'all, listen, okay, so be intentional. Because you can ask for some stuff, and God ain't forgot your things you asked for 20 years ago. This is why I be crying, because y'all don't know. Like I said, it's a lot of things that I asked for 10, 15, 20 years ago that are coming to pass right now. Things that I would say out, declarations that I made. And I'll be like, I didn't even know what I was saying. I should have kept my big old mouth shut. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, be careful with your words, because you can speak good things that can be overwhelming as well. You ain't still on Instagram. You ain't put nothing on your website. You ain't did no radio, nothing on the podcast. Is the app up yet? Did you check your email? Did you check your P.O. box? Did you check your other email? Did you check your Cash App? I sent an envelope that you need to take to the bank. Did you go put that thing together even though you hurt your arm? I know you said don't send no more books, but I sent you 15. Oh, you said you don't want no more books, so I'm going to go ahead and send you some stuff for your car. You said you don't need nothing else for your car. Oh, okay, I'm going to find something. If I gotta send you a damn pen with my name on it, I'ma find something. And I used to cry, Lord, thank you for my abundance, Jesus. Thank you for the overflow, Lord. Thank you, because you gonna bless me. I ain't gonna have no room to put nothing. Now, don't, be careful. Those abundance and overflow is very powerful words. It's like magic. And one thing my godmother always said, she said, baby, one thing I know about God, he always going to fill your space up, honey. Wherever he take you to, I don't care if you had to leave everything. You don't never have no room to put nothing. I said, Mama, this is why I said, my mouth, sometimes I just need to be thinking about what I say before I say it. Because you ain't lying. If I show y'all the picture, you be like, what? I take pictures as it happens, too, because nobody will believe it. I take pictures every day. Like, this is how it was on 9/7. And then this is how it was on 9/15. And then this is 10/15. And then do you see this right here? Because this has happened in my life before. And it can happen for you. Without TikTok. I already know y'all places and spaces is filled up, especially with books and things. But because y'all been given, it's been stuff given back to you, or you have the money to go get what you want. So your space done changed. Who else done changed around a lot since you've been in the WOIU community, whether it be your storehouse? Your banking system done changed a little bit. A little bit more change over here that you can see. Your stuff, your money, you can see where your money go now, where you used to be like, where is my money? I just put gas in this car. Come on. Going through my books to see what I can donate. Come on now. I've been in my new place 6 months and it's full. Come on. Spend it before it ever touched the bank. Ooh, and now what you do now, Tiff, you actually let it get there? Mine, I moved to a different state and started all over with the man. God is still working on me. Come on. The garage is full and rooms. I went to church today for the first time in years and I enjoyed it. Come on now. That's a change. Come on in. Come on in then. Do what you need to do. Whatever it is to get yourself together with your dad. Everybody's ain't the same. Yes, and I have a savings. Come on in. You said you ain't got to do no loans no more. You said you don't got to call nobody and borrow $45 every week no more. You can actually keep your whole check to yourself now, you mean? You said what? You ain't got no payday loans. You ain't got to pay your car payment late, insurance late no more or nothing. Ain't that crazy when you start listening to God, everything just line up? And catch the sales. My storage shed got supplies in my room stocked. Come on. Ooh, I know how he do it. I thank God that I'm the lender, not the borrower. Come on now. And he'll do. Thank you, Dad. I didn't even have a job and I was lending. I'm like, how does this happen? Amen. Here you go. I told you I gotta have somebody hand me some money. And he'll say a number in my mind and then somebody will call me and ask for that. And he'd be like, here you go. Extra food and books. Listen. God wants you to do well. The church people keep their foot on your neck and tell you if you ain't doing this or that, you're not going to be blessed. God's rules are simple. He's an intricate God, but he understands. He said, your thoughts is not my thoughts, so I make it simple enough for you to understand kind of how I am. The discounts do be crazy, don't they, Ty? Ooh. That's why I be like, steal what? For what? Try to hustle somebody for what? God is too good. I don't need to do none of that. I don't want nothing hot. I don't want nothing. No. You trying to steal my blessings. No. That's what they trying to do. Somebody trying to get you to lie, steal, cheat, to get something ill-gotten gain. They trying to steal your blessings that got stored up for you. My car note got lowered almost $100 just last month. Come on. He rebukes the devourer off of your finances so you get to keep more of it for yourself, which means your car payments, insurance, food be cheaper, everything you buy be on sale, and you still be getting all your stuff. I told y'all. And this ain't about giving all your money till you ain't got none. God said, just give me my 10%. That's it. Take care of the people that got less than you. If I ask you to give it, go ahead and give it. Even if it's a struggle, give it. And he make it worth it. And now y'all see why I be like, I don't want no sleazy people around me. And what I mean by that is if you don't care about taking from nobody else, you selfish. Oh, yeah, we already talked about it. Okay. Yeah, we talked about the burgers. We already know. Well, you know, I don't be eating that stuff anyway. I quit eating that kind of food 2011 for sure. I don't mess with it. After I found out what be going on in the meat packing plants, I don't play around. Yeah. So there's probably some people that when you came here, I know for a fact because y'all told me, it's a lot of people that y'all was not givers when y'all came here. Okay. And I'm grateful that y'all was honest about that because God can help you when you're honest. But ain't he changed your life since you at least attempted to become a giver? Come on. Come on, Stephanie. That's what I'm talking about. Free is for me, honey. Isn't it crazy how when you start to look out for other people look out for you? And it don't even gotta be people you know. It be strangers looking out for you. Like you go in, they be like, you know what? You are so sweet. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna pay for it. You be like, huh? Yeah. Go ahead. Go. I got it. Are you serious? Yeah. Don't worry about it. Go on. Thank you. No, thank you. Then you go to another place. They like your dinner free. Look. And your friend that don't pay tax. Somebody sent me this. I think, was this you, Tay? Yep. Tay, I'm going to use your money. Your movie money. Look. You were so nice and so polite. This I'll tell you, favor ain't fair. This has happened to me when I go out to eat with people and stuff. It'd be too funny. So they done been rude and nasty, trying to make it like they need to be served and all of this. And I'm constantly saying thank you and this and that and blah, 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 compliment the person. You know, because that's how I am, because I done been a server before. I know how it is. People are horrible. Moving on. And so they'll bring the, 2 separate tickets or whatever. Why everything on my ticket discounted where my stuff like $6? I done got every employee discount thing there is. Or they just hand my friend a bill and be like, such and such covered your bill, don't worry about it. And my friends be like that. They'll be like, oh no, ma'am, or sir, here go your bill right here. Go on and cough that up. What you mean tell? Put your stuff up there. See? Bet you think about being nice next time, won't you? Thinking somebody gotta serve you and all of this. So now I just gotta leave a tip. My food free. And I don't do it to get free food, but that's what be happening. Or favor ain't fair, and just so happen they feel like blessing somebody, and I just so happen to be the person at the table they want to bless. Thank you, Jesus. It happens. It happens. Playing with a server is dangerous. I don't play them games. I'm telling you. I don't even know why you would want to act ugly. Just drop your food, spit it. Oh, baby, no. I'm going to treat you with the utmost respect. You hear me? It ain't. I don't know. I don't play with people that play with you. That's why I don't really go out to eat. Because I just be like, you might just not like me because of the color of my skin and did something to my food. God, please. Jesus. Don't scare me, because then I just won't be going back out to eat nowhere. I'll just be back in this house. That'll be it. Because it takes me a lot. I'll be wondering if the cook's fingernails is clean under there, if they scratch their hair, if their hair is oily. Like, oh, God, it'd be all bad in my mind. Don't do it. That's why I have to pray over everything. Oh, Jesus. Now, I told y'all my ex-husband was a driver, so I've heard about all the kitchens. And the most expensive restaurants normally have the nastiest kitchens. That's what I know. Rats, bugs, exposed food, people not washing their hands, the whole night. He delivered to some of the best restaurants that y'all be. And I'll be like, huh? I will not. He said mom and pop kitchens. Out of all the kitchens, he said mom and pop kitchens be the cleanest ones. And he done delivered Michigan, Ohio, everywhere food. He said mom and pop places, kitchens be the cleanest out of all of them. He said the big, expensive restaurants be trifling. He said they don't be following because so many people was coming in there. He was like, they be having the back. Blah, blah. I don't know anything about it. Anyway, that's why I don't be going out to all of them. But no. That's why I don't be caring about really going out to eat like that, because I know it would be in the kitchen. Food all on the floor, buckets of meat sitting, and then they slap it on the grill. People that walk past it, flicking, they sit. Oh, God, no. That's why I started making a lot of stuff at home. Whatever they make at the store, I got the stuff to make it here. I don't want no parts of that. Oh, thank you, Miss J. Poppins. Putting raw fish, bottled lemons, and stuff. Listen here. Just craziness. Thank you so much. So, with that, I'm grateful that you all learn here. I'm grateful that it feels like church, but it ain't church, but you don't feel pressure to live no certain type of way. These are all mental changes, emotional changes, spiritual changes that you're making on your own because you want to. Nobody's forcing you. Nobody's putting no eye on you. You get to see what it is that God be saying to you individually. That's why I'm so grateful that our classes are so diverse and we don't stay on the same thing, because everybody's problem ain't the same. Everybody's issues are not the same. And you don't have to feel pressure to raise your hand or, I do ask y'all, but who can see you really? Nobody don't really know who you are. So you can heal under the covering of like, you still get the group setting, but it's almost like a rehab, but a nice one. You know what I mean? You know they got some rehab, and then they got some rehabs where you don't even know it's a rehab. It's beautiful. They got the you see what, like, yeah, group therapy, right? So you can heal individually, but you still get that group setting of not feeling alone and understanding there's a lot of people that think like you do. There's a lot of people that fall for the same things or feel like they let God down or whatever, but you don't have to feel so isolated like sometimes it's like the you in church type thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like it here. Because we can cry together even though we are in our own separate spaces. But we can feel that communal thing of, dang, I'm so happy that it's not just me. Not that we want to keep messing up, but it's other people that fail in the same places that I do. And now I know, like, dang, God, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because I was feeling like it was just only me. Like, to know that other people struggle in the same areas as you, or throw tomatoes at CERCA, because all of those issues be. Yeah, do y'all know y'all tell y'all said when y'all thought of tomatoes? The Queen's tomatoes. You said, now why am I in it? Because you the one started it. And everybody said, yep, Queen tomatoes. Well, y'all throw fruits and vegetables, you tell on yourself. See, if you didn't throw no fruits and vegetables, we would not know what you was dealing with. Come on. That's right time. So y'all tell on yourself. You say, that's my issue. But what do? You throw a tomato. See? You see how that work, folks? Always want to hurt the messenger. I be trying to tell y'all, I just come here to help. It's like the people that be in a place and they be trying to fight the people and they just trying to, like, sedate them. Like, that's how y'all do me. I'm just trying to help you. We're just trying to get you to a calmer state. And y'all try. For real. Excuse me. Yeah. I be having to fight y'all like we is in the place. Because y'all is crazy. I'm trying to help you here. Lay down, Ethel. Ethel, it's me. Lay down. It's CERCA. Get off me. No. Get away from me. Ethel, it's me. I need it, though. Tough love. Come on now. Come on. You said, fine. Right, Ty? You trying to make me spit up on my dress? I ain't never had eggs, bacon, and waffles thrown at me. That was the first. Somebody threw their whole breakfast plate at me. It was sausage, eggs, bacon. I think it was some pancakes and some other stuff. That was new because I said I'm not accepting any vegetables today. No fruit. So they do all breakfast food. Eggs. I said, now, ain't this funny? I ain't never had nobody throw their whole breakfast plate at me. Yeah, it was rough. It wasn't it? Not that you gonna throw your whole breakfast plate at me, though. You done threw your whole grand slam at me. That's crazy. And the extras. What in the heck? Tough crowd. But I say this, though, y'all. For real, all jokes aside, I'm very grateful for y'all. I'm very grateful for what we do here. I'm very grateful that God is using us to help a lot of people understand. And so then God is not so far away from people now. You know? And you don't feel so judgmental anymore. And now you can talk to people who aren't a Christian or are a witch or a pagan or atheist or Buddhist or not just your religion or Christian, like your denomination. You ain't automatically telling them they going to hell. Oh, yeah, Miss Lucille, there you go, right there. It was cakes and pies, too, huh? Donuts and everything. You see what I'm saying? So you look at people differently now when you see that God put you, like I said, Folks in the church be talking about, they whatever, and you stingy, and stingy people is gonna be in the same cell with the hoes and the whoremongers and the thieves and the revilers and the drunkards. Stingy people. The people that say, God bless me, I don't know what they gonna do. They need to get up and come to church. Maybe God will bless them too. Stingy people gonna be in hell too. It's people that's gonna go to hell for being stingy. Cell block 2 open. Row 4 through 6. Stingy people. Folks that couldn't quit messing with other people's parts. Folks that never forgave. It's time for y'all to shower. Go on over to the hot fire. And some of you have been led over here. We're going to need you to step down in this good old hot tub. The one with the flames coming out of it and burping tar. Yep, that over there. To the left. No. To the left. But no. To the left. Remember, you were stingy. You kept your money stuck to your pockets and stuck to your hands. Now this tar going to be stuck to you. Like your money was. Said to the left, to the left. People like, what? Yeah. We read about it. Stingy people is going to be the people that only get the bag for themselves. Going to be in max or minimal, I'm guessing. Guess you're going to have to, I don't know if you can work your way down to level 1 in hell. I don't know how that works out. If it's like a hotter place and then like a cooler place, or I don't know how you could do that, because you can't win them over like you do the pastors. You can't pay your way down, so you're going to, there won't be any bribing the COs in hell, I'll tell you that. Because they keep telling you that the demons run hell, and the demons can't run hell if they getting thrown in there as a punishment. How that work? The COs are the angels that God made to look scary. They're not evil. They just work there. So the suit that they gotta put on is not like, it's like your civilian clothes and your army clothes. Demons are going to be tortured in hell, so then they can't be the COs there, right? COs aren't prisoners, and the correctional officers aren't prisoners and correctional officers, right? They either you either a correctional officer or you a prisoner. So if the fallen angels are going to be judged with us and thrown into the lake, if that's where we all going because we sinned against God, then they can't be the people that are going to torture you, because they're being punished too by the COs, which is the people that got to work there. The angels, the scary ones with the crazy hair and the tusk and all of that, they not bad dudes. God just made them ugly for the job. They're supposed to put terror and fright into you. Since you did. Oh my God. Now if that ain't ironic. No, they're not both. Think about it. He said these demons, we read it in Ezra and all the other apocrypha and all the other apocalypses, that he made these angels. They're not bad. He just made them ugly and scary and spooky for the terror of it all, right? Right? They're frightful and fearful and all of this, right? Just spooky as hell, right? Scary. And that's for the torment of your mind. Remember, because torture is of the body. Torment is it's if you got your OTP, it's in I think the Vision of Ezra or the Questions of Ezra. It's in there. And then even in Enoch, when he talked about how scary he made them. Yeah, there, and in those two books it talks about it. So look at this. Because you won't fear God now, you're gonna have to live in fear for the rest of your life if you go to hell. For the rest of eternity, you will be scared. He said, oh, you ain't got no fear of me? You don't believe what I say? Oh, you ain't scared? You ain't worried about it? He said, fear the Lord. And people ain't scared of God's rules. And they not scared. I ain't scared of it. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. You will be. Oh, my. He said, fear me now. You better reverence me now. Ain't that crazy? Okay, let's go to Enoch and talk about how they look. Let's do it real quick. I'm going to run to the bathroom and get to book 1. And it's in Ezra, so I don't know where my mind is going to go first, but we're going to go to Enoch real quick and talk about the 2nd and the 5th flow so we can see who up there. It's the 2nd book of Enoch. Right here. 118. 112 and 118. Mm-hmm. I almost bit it. Let me go to the bathroom. Hold on. 112 and 118. I'll be right back. Y'all need your highlighters and whatnot. Go ahead and get them, please, and thank you. Give everybody time to get in. You can read this online, but I don't know where it is right now. I'll be right back, y'all. I be doing good. See, I was on 76 minutes, no bathroom break. I'm doing better. It used to be every 30 minutes. I didn't cut down. I just got these. I don't got my big one no more. It ain't 3 drinks. It's just 2 today. But this is why I'm constantly back and forth in the bathroom. All right. So page 112, book 1, OTP, Old Testament Supergrapha, says, is we ready? Excuse me. If you go down to 7, right here, 7, it says, and those men picked me up, this is Enoch, and brought me up to the second heaven, and they showed me, and I saw a darkness greater than earthly darkness, and there I perceived prisoners under guard, prisoners on the second heaven, under guard, hanging up, waiting for the measureless judgment. And those angels have the appearance of darkness itself, more than earthly darkness. And unceasingly they made weeping all the day long. Page 114, because this is every other page. And I said to the men who were with me, why are these ones being tormented unceasingly? Can you please tell me what the word unceasingly means? What is the definition of unceasingly? They were being tormented and tortured unceasingly. We in Enoch. Non-stop, without end. Never ending. So on the second heaven, there's angels that God have turned their appearance that used to be bright and glorious to darkness that is darker than any earthly darkness. That's darker than the caves, darker than the inside of a volcano, darker than being in the grave. Because that's an earthly darkness. Darker than the bottom of the ocean. Their appearance is that dark. What do kids always say is in their room? Shadows? Dark monsters? How do demons normally appear to kids? A dark shadow, right? A dark entity. Most times. Because those are the fallen angels and their disembodied children. God made them all dark. Because what did they do? Everything was extravagant and flashy and diamonds and gold and jewels in their staffs and on their hands and in their clothes and on their, everything was about glamour and beauty and, oh, look at me and the pride of it all. So God made them dark and ugly. Black, where can't nobody even kind of see you for real. He did Lucifer the same way. And his brothers that were all kicked out of heaven. That's why I said if he show us, he got a shapeshift, because if he show us his real self, we wouldn't want to be around him. We would be terrified of his real self. So he has to cosplay other people and animals. Y'all remember what old boy from 3 6 Mafia said? And then old boy, I can't think of his name, he said you can't, Lil Wayne, I think, or whoever said you can't see the devil, he see through. Whoever, I don't know if it was Lil Wayne or Drake or whoever. Somebody said you can't see the devil, he see through. Like a shadow. But then we know that he cosplays people, men, women, and animals. We know this. Because the first he cosplayed an angel of the light and tricked Eve. Well, to ask her where they was at. Then he cosplayed as a snake. Then he cosplayed as an old man. Then he cosplayed like some maritime people. He done cosplayed all kind of stuff. Because he can't show you his true self. Because you wouldn't want to deal with him. because you would see how ugly he is. He's not beautiful anymore, but he uses makeup to change his appearance. Come on now. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Sound familiar? No? Okay, moving on. All right. It says, why are these ones being tormented with nonstop? And those men answered me, these are those who turned away from the Lord, who did not obey the Lord's commandments, but of their own will plotted together and turned away with their prince. And with those who are under restraint in the fifth heaven. And I felt sorry for them, and those angels bowed down to me and said to me, man of God, pray for us to the Lord. And I answered them and said, who am I, a mortal man, that I should pray for angels? Who knows where I am going or what will come from me? Or who indeed will pray for me? Enoch said, how I'm going to pray for y'all? Y'all angels, I'm a mortal. But Enoch said, what did they do? He said, oh, you don't know the story about these angels? So, these angels turned away with their prince, Sataniel, Lucifer, the third of all angels, all the classes of angels that left heaven. A third of heaven's angels left. Just not the soldier, all the angels. And we know that there's legions of them. We've counted, we've numbered some of them, but some of them don't even have a number. Okay? So the angels of the flowers, the angels of the animals, the angels of the water, the angels of knowledge, the angels of medicine, the angels of the stars, the angels. He got angels that do everything. A third of all classes of angels fell. This is why the giants and the gods, they all had magic abilities. Their abilities were the abilities that God gave them as the angel. That was their job, to take care of the flowers or make sure the dew was out. Or, they controlled the water. They were over the fish. They were over this. They were over that. God didn't take that away from them. He just changed their appearance and took his name off of them. Y'all want me to make it a little bit more relatable? Most stars start out singing in church. You don't take that gift. He ain't gonna tell you what to do with what he gave you. It's up to you. Jennifer Hudson, Beyonce, Whitney Houston, Dionne Warwick, Bobby Brown. The list goes on. Elvis Hill, Katy Perry, everybody. They started singing in the church. Did God take their gift just because they start singing secular music? And it sways people just the same. Right? There's songs that Beyonce sing that bring people to tears. I Was Here is one that gets me to tears. Her gift, God didn't take her gift. Fantasia, everybody. God didn't take their gift. It's just, he gave you your gift, you're going to use it for what you use it for. You just have to give an account for what you use it for. Right? Okay. A carpenter can build houses for people to live in, or a carpenter can build cages for people to live in. To hide them away from the world. If y'all know what I mean. Your gift is your gift. What you use it for is what you use it for. Right or wrong, it's up to you. It's up to you. You can use your body for good. You can use your body for bad. You can use your money for good. You can use your money for bad. You can use your mouth for good. The gift of knowledge. You can use it for what you want to use it for. You can use it to deceive people, or you can use it to help people and teach people. It don't matter. You get to choose. Right? You get to choose. Okay? So now I need you to skip to page 118, please. But you have to pay for your choices. That's right. This is why the Bible always says count up the cost of your actions and your thoughts and what you're going to do. Write that down. Count up the cost. That's just not the financial cost. That's your mental cost. That's your peace that you might lose. That's your financial. That it could be a number of things. Your children, your husband. Your count up the cost of this. How many people thought a one night stand was going to be just that, and they lost everything? Their house, their kids, their wife, their job for one evening, and it might not have even been that good because you'd be nervous the first time. So you know how that go. You probably didn't even get the full extent, and the person didn't care because they was just on what they was on that day. But now your whole life tore up. Stealing from your job just one time, and you had a really good job with really good benefits, but you was in a hard situation, and you didn't know the guy that already took care of it, but you felt like you was going to do it, and you would just pay it back because you've been here long enough, and they owe you anyway, and then you end up losing everything over something that wouldn't even pay your bills. Thank you. Now you got even more bills and less money. And they sit back and laugh. You said no is a complete sentence, and is. $118. Oh yeah. The sins of a father and mother do hit their children. We see that all day. When parents don't want to grow up and move out the way so that they can be the people they need to be for their kids, and then their kids just be out here with no instruction, with no nothing, and they say, oh, they hard-headed. No, you didn't teach them. You didn't teach them to sit down. Because anybody that tried to correct them, you tell them, don't tell your baby nothing. Well, that's even the police, and now they have to be caged up because they don't listen. You need to start making your baby sit down for extended periods of time before they go to school. That's your job to teach them that. I don't care if you start in 5-minute increments, working up to 30 minutes, because at least even in preschool, they're going to have to sit for about 20 minutes to get a book read to them, and they can't be moving all around and running around the class when it's time to sit down. You're supposed to be working on that before they get to class. And then you want to have the nerve to have an attitude because you ain't never taught your child how to sit and listen. It is not the teacher's fault that you didn't do your job. And how dare you go in there and talk crazy to them? You had 5 years with them. They didn't have 2 months. Learning starts at home. I applaud all teachers because I be in jail. Moving on. So we're going to read here. We're at 10. I be in jail. In an orange jumpsuit. I couldn't do it. I applaud every teacher. My brother is a teacher. One of my brothers is a teacher. His wife just became a principal. I have a couple cousins and stuff that are principals and teachers, and I applaud y'all because, baby, God knew to have me teaching like this. And I didn't taught my share of babies, but he knew. Because the way y'all be throwing tomatoes at me, could y'all imagine if we was in a building together? I could really see y'all faces. Thank God for the internet. Because the way that y'all throw tomatoes and vegetables and food at me, could y'all imagine if we was in church for real? Have y'all ever thought about that? If I had to be in a pulpit and y'all had to be sitting at me, looking at me, talking to y'all like this, face to face. How many of y'all get up and be talking about you should have stayed at home? Because you click off as soon as I don't say nothing to you. I mean, I don't say you move on. Just tell me. Who will be watching online anyway? I ain't going in because Pastor CERCA, she always, I'm going to just go on and watch online. Ro. Y'all be in the church bathroom watching in the stall. You said it would be an interesting church. A strong church, yes. I'm just saying, God knew what to do. He knew y'all was violent. Listen. You said I'm coming with my helmet on. Not on the scooter with the helmet. You said I'm gonna be on the scooter with my helmet. That's what I'm gonna do. People gonna think everybody crazy walking in. They got on football pads and helmets, fencing gear. Some people got scuba diving stuff on with shoulder pads on and some wrestling gear on. They like, what is going on? I wonder what they be doing in there. They must have some kind of roller derby or something, because of wrestling something. Them people be going in there dressed crazy. One day somebody had on some, I seen somebody walking in some umpire gear from hockey, and then I done seen somebody was walking in there with some steel-toe boots on, girl. Then he had the nerve to have a, could y'all imagine if we was actually walking in with all this stuff on, how crazy this church would look? Have you ever just thought about it? They'd be like, don't go, that's the nut house. That is a nut house. They talking about that's a church, baby. Everybody be over there. They'd be like, I think they slow. We was all on a bus together, baby. They'd be like, people be walking around us like this. Look here. Hi. No, come on, honey. Let's get on. You got your stuff? Yeah. I think it's a convention or something. They're probably doing a little field trip or something. Oh, God. They'll be all nice to us and stuff as we getting off the bus to go in there and get something to eat and everything. Listen here. Oh, Lord Jesus. Can y'all imagine we all walking in with neck braces, steel-toe boots, helmets and pads? What? Listen. Okay, I think I seen it. I think my cousin watched it. You hear me? Listen. Because think about how we be talking about what we be putting on. I got my neck brace on. I got my helmet on. I got my steel-toe boots on. I got my... If you really put all that stuff on to come to church, because it was that abrasive, I mean, are you just getting the picture? Or we all look crazy as hell. Queen's basket of tomatoes, right. Breakfast place being thrown all around. Folks laughing till they pee just hysterically. Like hyenas. Talking about they can't catch their breath, falling on the floor, toes wiggling. Just think about how weird we would look to people. They said that's an interesting bunch. I think it's some kind of convention or something. I don't really know what's going on over there. Listen. I'm telling you. Listen. So, yeah. See, that's why sometimes I have a very vivid imagination. So when y'all be telling me sometimes when I laugh, because I can see that. Like, I can see somebody geared up, like, Excuse me. Listen. Hopefully that gave y'all a good laugh, because we would be a crazy bunch. That's true. But I'm just saying, if we had to physically put on all the stuff we be saying we putting on, we take a group picture and everything. Listen. Okay. So we on page 118, and it says, and those men carried me to the northern region, and they showed me there a very frightful place. What is frightful? What is the definition for the word frightful? Y'all, that dang push cart heavy. Oh, who sent me some jeans? I just want to know, was y'all sending them for my granddaughter? Because them jeans is not about to fit over my calf. Yep. Horrible, shocking, and revolting. Scary. I forgot to show y'all this. I said, Lord, they must have been looking at my old videos. Baby. I said, ain't no way. I don't know. Thank you, but this is not gonna work. I guarantee you, I'm gonna have to give these to one of my nieces or something. I need about this much more on these pants. This would be something you might want to ask. Cause I said, oh, these are cute. These are real cute. I guess I'll have to find somebody to give them to. Cause I ain't gonna be able to do nothing with this. My pants is way bigger than this. They might not look like it on this here thing, but I guarantee you, my pants way bigger than this, honey. I said, oh, those are cute. Those are real cute. They would be cute if I could. My pants is about this way. Like, I'm not joking. I'm so serious. No, that ain't gonna work. So thank you. I might like do some designs on them and find one of our nieces that I can gift them to. Thank you. Yeah. A 14. I think these girls though, these women, I think they gotta be. I don't know. I guess they kind of gender neutral now, huh? Boys be wearing them about this tight too, huh? They do. I guess you can't really tell if they a boy or girl. I don't know, but thank you. I just wanted to say that too. I didn't want y'all to think I didn't get them. I got them, but I was too tickled. I said, "Oh, go up about 7 sizes probably." I'm easily in a. But see, that's the thing. It depends because yeah, I don't know. I got big size. Big size. Oh, big size. Okay, I just wanted to say that. I forgot about those. So I did get them. It didn't have a letter in it. Yeah, all jeans are different. They are. And I have a hard time buying jeans for myself, so I try to buy ones that are gonna last a long time if they fit right. I normally have to have them taken in the waist unless they a specific kind of jean, but I don't ever really see those around anymore. So that's the only jeans I never really had to wear a belt with. One kind. Anyway, here we go. So we know that prison, is on the second heaven. The prisoners that are hanging there are being tormented and tortured unceasingly with just forever and ever and ever, constantly day and night. And not our hours of day and night, but eternity day and night. And one day is 1,000 years. Now, is a night 1,000 years? Did we ever think about that? I've never thought about if the night is 1,000 years too. Because there's day and there's night. Like if you go on a trip, they got say you got 4 days and 3 nights, or 3 days and 4 nights, or whatever. So is the night 1,000 years as well? No. I mean, he didn't say. He said one day. Day and night is 2 different things. He never said nothing about the night. He just said the day. He said, I'm going to let you live one of my days. He didn't say nothing about the night. And we got 12 hours a day and 12 hours a night. Exactly. And remember, God was in the dark before, even though he's light, it was dark all around him. Maybe because there is no dark around him, no night there. But we don't know that because there's darkness in heaven. We just read about it. And we get ready to read about some more darkness in heaven. Good afternoon. He said, I'm going to let y'all, the goal was to let us live one of his days. Well, think there's already darkness in heaven right now. I'm saying maybe not on the level that God is on, but if the prison is going to be there forever and ever, where does that go? Maybe there's no darkness, excuse me, on the levels that we going to be on, but we about to read that there's darkness there. And if they're going to be hanging in darkness and tormented, and the lake of fire, we know, has to be in a physical plane. I mean, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because if they going to be hanging in darkness forever and we going to be in the light forever. Because it says wherever those places is, okay, God likes that. But I'm just saying, we know that there's darkness in heaven right now because we just read about one space where it's darker than any earthly darkness. So then if it's not an earthly darkness, where is it? He in heaven. Y'all know I gotta ask questions that make you think. I just be think because I mean, think that, okay, think about it. When we had the KJV, we thought we had all of it. And now we know we don't even have a quarter of it. Even with all the books that we've acquired, there's still a gazillion more that we don't even know that existed. That maybe God sunk to the bottom of the ocean, or they're in the Vatican, or they're in some library somewhere, like, right? Okay, so we on page 118, book 1. And we starting at chapter 10. Hello, Vanessa. Y'all ready? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The 400 Years of Silence books. Come on now. Okay. It says, and those men carried me to the northern region, and they showed me there a very frightful place, and all kinds of torture and torment are in that place. Torture is of the body, torment is of the mind. Remember we did this class? Torture is body, torment is mind. So, if we were to paraphrase or put some stuff in here, we would say, and they showed me there a very scary place, and all kinds of physical torture and mental torment are in that place. Cruel darkness. What is the definition of cruel? What's the definition of cruel? Mean, knowingly and willingly causing pain or distress to others. Knowingly and willingly causing pain or distress to others. How many of you are cruel? Ooh. Ooh. You said, Lord. I'm feeling a little saucy here. I have a feeling just shortly. Yeah, I thought I was just going to skip over that. No, we was not going to skip over that. Y'all know it. Caesar was reading it, we don't identify ourselves in it. The only way to not get to the place is find out if you is or you ain't. So you can get yourself together. You said I wasn't always like this, man. I used to be a kind soul back in the day, man. Uh-oh. Ooh-wee. I'm just going to keep reading. See how definitions change your life. You mean because you can be? You nasty and petty because you can be? Causing another person stress and you could avoid that? You cruel? Doing things to make people upset on purpose? You cruel? Causing other people pain on purpose? You cruel? When you could use that same energy to make their life better. It'll go further. Don't you think? Uh-oh. You said I might have backtracked with that one. Okay, we gonna move on. See, definitions mean something. Words have power. Uh-oh. I get it. But it don't matter if you cruel, you cruel. It don't matter why. It don't matter. It ain't gonna be no excuse, remember? You won't be able to say because they did. Remember, we talked about that. Because the people that caused you to see it are not going to be standing in judgment with you. It's only going to be you. And you're only going to have to give an account for what you did. They won't be there. He's going to say, I don't care what they did. Why didn't you do what I told you? Why didn't you keep... I told you that people were going to abuse you. I told you that. I told you they was going to use you. I told you that. I told you this. Because you weren't a kid. But your heart was supposed to say soft. Like mine did. Because if my heart would have got hard, none of y'all would be here. And everybody's punishment would be damned to hell. But he had to keep, he was God in the flesh. He had to keep his composure when he was being spat on and taken advantage of and lied on and called names that had nothing to do with him. He could have thought dead and they would have been gone. We've seen it when he was a kid. You work with a person that will change people's emotions to bad for no reason. I know plenty of people. The Bible, it's a scripture about that they can't go to sleep unless they ruin a person's day. It's a scripture about them, for real, in the Bible. It's a real scripture about that. That's what the sermon was about today at church. Amen. Checking your attitude and your intentions. Why you do what you do. All right, let's go. So there's cruel darkness. So it's intentional darkness to cause pain and fear. So God made it this dark to do what it's doing. Cruel darkness. Oh, so he intended for it to be black. He intended it for it to cause you stress and torment and pain. Oh, like you intentionally sinned against his word and his will and his... You planned your sin. Where is Joy's light that she gave me so I can see in this dark, dark room? I'm going to turn on my light. You purposely, you intended, you planned it. And most of the things you did under the cover of darkness. And God said, oh, you like dark? You like to move around in the dark because you think can't nobody see you? Okay. You're going to live in eternal darkness. The hidden things. You want stuff to be hidden? Good. Because you're going to be hidden because ain't nobody even going to see you. You ain't even going to be able to see. But you're going to feel things hitting you. You're going to feel things pulling you, hooking you. They're going to be able to see you, but you can't see them because I done cloaked your eyes so that you can be in exactly what you like, the dark. Ain't most of your hidden stuff done in the dark? Even when you steal stuff, you can seal in it. So it's probably dark under there. If you sneaking and sleeping with somebody, you're probably doing it in a dark time when you won't be as noticeable. Or with some kind of disguise or whatever. You trying to do it under a cloak. You said shaking my head, walking past paradise. Ain't that the Listen. Our daddy is the king of petty, honey. He said, oh, ain't nobody revenge like mine. Ain't nobody payback gonna be like mine. I'm the king of payback, I promise you. And I'm gonna pay everybody back for what they did. Good or bad. Let's go. Let me turn my little light on here so I can see the tomatoes that might be coming my way. And light, excuse me, cruel darkness and lightless gloom. Lightless. Wait a minute. Cruel darkness wasn't enough? Intentional darkness. Anybody ever been in a scary house? A real one. Or a cornfield that ain't got no lights? A spooky house that's really jet black? You can feel it, but you can't see it. A country road. A real country road where it ain't no streetlights. And you hear stuff rattling and snapping in the woods. And it might be a cloudy night, so ain't no moonlight. The boonies, right, where they ain't started building up yet. And it's one street light every couple miles. Ain't no gas stations, no houses or nothing. How you feel when you be around that? Do the hair on your body stand up a little bit? Okay. So if there is cruel darkness and then lightless gloom, can we look up the word lightless? What does lightless mean? Because why would they use that if we already know it's cruel darkness? What's the difference between cruel darkness and lightless gloom? And then can somebody tell me the definition of gloom? Lightless and then gloom. What are the two definitions for that? Without light. The very thing that you wanted to be without. You didn't want to be seen. You didn't want to be receiving no light. Queen, I just be messing with you. I don't be wanting to blame you for real. Throw the tomatoes, damn it. You grew them. It's fine. I don't want you to think I'll be picking on you. You're just special. That arm is... She should have been a picture. The way she be throwing them arms at the tomatoes. And then she got this girl, Princess Isabel, throwing them. And then got other people asking, where is Queen at? And where is her tomatoes? Not that y'all be looking for her to get in her basket. Like, I don't got no more balls to throw at the clown. Give me some of yours. Queen always got a truck full. That's a mess. She gonna say she gonna blame me because you grew the tomatoes. You grew them. And now people know where to come find them. You go, yeah. You shouldn't have planted so many. You said she started it and did throwing tomatoes at me. Moving on. What is the definition for gloom? Right, a dunk tank. And y'all know I can't swim. So that means y'all want to get rid of me like the other people. I'm watching y'all. I done told y'all I can't swim several times. I don't do water that my feet can't touch the bottom. And I done seen too many freaky stories about the dunk tank. And they couldn't get them out. Y'all didn't. Sheol, gloom of darkness. So gloom, to make dark or somber or to look sad. Sadness. So there's going to be cruel darkness and then lightless sadness. Depression at its max. Because what do you do when you're depressed? Most people. They become gloomy. They hide in the dark. They close the curtains. Sleep. Sleep, which means you in the dark. Wear dark clothes. I'm throwing strawberries. They stain. That throat chop made me double take. Uh-oh. Don't talk to people. Ooh, they be in their own mind. So imagine that times a million. Alone with your thoughts in the dark. But a dark where you can't even see your hands in front of your face. Could you imagine? And that's for eternity. So when you've been there for 1,000 years, it's only been one day and you gotta wake up tomorrow and do it all over again. Oh, I forgot you don't sleep in torment. There's no rest. So the day is never ending. Like how we be looking at the clock and it only be 1 minute and we be like, oh my God, I feel like it's been 7 minutes. To the gazillion power. Because 10 days in eternity is 10,000 years. 20 days in eternity is 20,000 years. So when you've been gone 20,000 years, you've only been gone 20 days for real in God's time. And he said it's never ending in his time, not ours. 100 days in eternity, 100,000 years. What? We only been here 100 days? Try getting to 10 years. 365 days is 365,000 years. Is whatever you doing here worth that? If that's the one thing that you do to miss it, like, what? I'm not attached to nothing here. When you're immortal, it's not that much time. But if you are, or everybody's going to have an immortal body, but there's going to be an immortal body of torture. It's going to be a real Iron Man. It's going to be a real superhero because it's going to be able to take all of the stuff we about to read about right now and not give out. You would want it to with the stuff that you're going to have to endure. Because there's no pain tolerance in this next body. There is no blacking out from the pain. That's all mercy that God has given us. When you go into shock and your body don't remember it, that's mercy and grace. But this next body, there's no mercy. It's merciless torture. There is no pain tolerance cut off. That body, if you go into hell, the new body you get, the reincarnation into the new body, this is where the reincarnation comes in at. The reincarnation into your new body is a body of death or a body of life. But they're both made to last eternal. The punishment is for the stuff you're doing over here. That part, I had to go get one before I started. Because teaching it is just as brutal. How about that? Makes me think about my own life. Here we go. Let's finish. So it says, and there is no light there, and a black fire blazes. Where did No, you don't get you. Yeah. Okay, listen. When you leave this plane, you're going to a holding cell. Everybody going to a holding cell. Some people get to go to fed time holding cells where you can eat whatever you want and wear regular clothes and chill, and it's just like being at your homeboy's house in a dorm. Then there are some people that are going to Angola for their holding cell. If that gives you any club fed in Angola. Have you ever watched about Angola prison, anybody? And have you ever watched about how, like, the Cuban and the New York gangsters, how they used to live? They had their own apartments and could have people sitting around with them. They wore their clothes, maids and stuff, ironing their stuff. They was in jail, but they had tennis courts and the like. Right? Wear their suits and stuff in there, eat fine food. It wasn't even like the niggas was in jail. But then you got Angola. We all going to a holding cell of sorts. And then we going to be sorted to our selected abodes. Some people are going to wait in Club Fed, and some people are going to wait in Club Angola. And then you going to be moved to Angola permanent, where you got your life sentence. How did I get life? Yeah, that. The only way you leaving out. Oh, I forgot you ain't never leaving out. This is your life forever. Okay. We in the same place. We on 118. Book 1. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. Where did we see that the black fire was? Who had black fire? We just talked about it, I think, yesterday or the day before. I need a do-over. We all do. Thank you. Auntie K got them for me. Y'all. CERN. Shiva. The giant in the 100,000 Giant War, remember his dark ones encircled him like a black flame? And then CERN, Shiva, is encircled with what? Why they didn't use red or orange or the real color of fire? Why are they black? And they're looking for dark matter. Right? CERN is. Trying to open up a portal because they want to look at dark matter. Like his dark materials, like we talked about. Opening a rift between worlds. They trying to do what God said he was going to do early. Remember, he said he was going to rip this veil and we was going to be able to see him and his angels in the clouds. Stuff we ain't been able to see before. Like how the aliens is just showing up. Right? Is y'all here? Are we frozen? What's going on? Are we frozen? Okay. Okay, I don't know. I don't be knowing if we frozen or not, because it don't be nothing over here or over there. So, okay. Just making sure. Why can't we just be humans and worry about humans? I don't know. Okay, well, we about to get through this because I know it's Sunday and I'm about to get off because I'm going to chill and then I'm going to get up and tackle the rest of this house, get these boxes. I need to take that trash out. Them boys didn't come get it. Okay. So it says, and they showed me there a very frightful place. All kinds of torture and torment are in that place. Cruel darkness and lightless gloom. And there is no light there. And a black fire blazes up perpetually with a river of fire that comes out all over the whole place. Fire here and freezing ice there. And it dries up and freezes. Everybody know frostbite is the worst cold you can get. And guess what? These limbs ain't falling off. You just gonna have to feel it. At least with frostbite, after a while it just goes numb. And like the nerves start to, the nerve endings and stuff start to die off. But not in this eternal body. So it's gonna be so hot it's cold, like dry ice. But this body don't have no nerves to fall off or nothing, so you just have to feel all of the pain of frostbite. Again, shock and all of that, going into shock is mercy and grace for you. But this next body, there's this merciless torture. If this is where you're going, this merciless torture, that means there is no mercy. There is no grace. There is no pain tolerance, you screaming at the top of your lungs and they stop. No. They're going to keep going. Matter of fact, they're going to go harder. Go harder, go home. They just never going home. And they always going to go harder. No matter how much you scream, they're going to go harder. That's what merciless torture is, without end. Okay. It says, with a river of fire that comes out over the whole place, fire here, freezing ice there, and it dries up, and it freezes. And very cruel places of detention, and dark and merciless angels. Merciless angels. Carrying instruments of atrocities. Torturing without pity. What? Can I read that again, y'all? I know y'all read it too, but we're going to read it again. Because them is some big words. And they mean a lot. You said what? You said in very cruel places. Now, first it was cruel darkness. Now it's cruel places of detention. Places that are intentionally made to cause you pain and distress and trouble. Atrocities, extremely wicked or cruel act, typically one involving physical violence and injury. And God set this up. The creator of all set this place up. Okay. With merciless angels. Cruel places of dark detention. Okay. Who? Carrying instruments of atrocities, torturing without pity. And I said, whoa, how very frightful this place is. And those men said to me, this place, O Enoch, has been prepared for those who do not glorify God, who practice on earth the sin which is against nature, which is child corruption in the anus in the matter of Sodom, of witchcraft, enchantments, divinations, trafficking with demons, who boast about their evil deeds, stealing, lying, insulting, coveting, resentment, fornication, and murder, and who steal the souls of men secretly, seizing the poor by the throat and taking away their possessions, enriching themselves for the possessions of others, defrauding them, PPP. Ooh-wee. Who, when they are able to provide sustenance, bring about the death of the hungry by starvation, and when they are able to provide clothing, take away the last garments of the naked, who do not acknowledge their Creator, but bow down to idols which have no souls, which can neither see nor hear, vain gods, constructing images, and bowing down to vile things made by hands. For all these, this place has been prepared as an eternal reward. The end. Is not speaking in tongues the same as chanting? Absolutely not. The reason being because one is a knockoff version. Nope. If you haven't paid attention, every single thing that the devil does is a knockoff version of what God does. So he has a whole bunch of demons get into a person and have them speak in other languages, because God has a lot of voices. God inhabits, the Holy Spirit inhabits you, but he don't force his way in or sneak in. He waits till you let him in. Demons steal their way in, force their way in, cause tragedy so they can get in. Magic was in heaven. It was never supposed to be taught to humans. And then they take God's word and his heavenly tongue and all of the things that he did and use them to spit in his face. No, it's not the same. Nope. Everything that Lucifer does is a knockoff. And he says, oh, I do it too. I know. Copycat. Get your own stuff. The blood sacrifices, copycat. Antichrist, his mama, and the whole angel sleeping, a heavenly father and earthly mother. Boom. Copycats. That's how they make the giants and the monsters. But none of their stuff work out the way it's supposed to. It never does. Every time they try to recreate what God did, make heaven on earth, they made a mess. They made monsters and horrible things happen. For the guy that murdered your daughter, he will pay dearly. Well, God, okay, so I just want to say this. No, speaking in tongues is not demonic. Chanting is. No. I want to say this though, and this might not feel good, but if he repents of murder and he really do change his life, there's still a possibility that he can go to heaven. That's not saying that he's not going to pay in his mind while he on this side, but God forgives murderers too. There's no sin that can't be forgiven unless you blaspheme against the Holy Ghost. That's the only one. So if he didn't blaspheme against the Holy Ghost, I'm not saying he ain't paying in his mind right now, and he might be paying in his body if he locked up or whatever. But in our reality, he can still go to heaven if he truly repents. He can still make it into heaven. And that's a sobering reality. You know what I'm saying? But it's the truth. But that ain't saying that he okay in his mind right now, or that he don't go to sleep and see your baby face every time. God know how to get you where you need to be. It's just saying if that is the sin that you go to hell for, because we don't know. We don't know what the one thing is that's going to tip our scale. Because unforgiveness will get you there faster than anything. Not forgiving when God forgave us. He said, if you don't forgive, I'm not forgiving you. So it's an ugly thing to know that people can hurt your loved ones or do something and they can still make it to heaven. But God is not he's not a respecter of persons. Whoever come to him and ask to be saved, and if they need it, we don't get to say yes or no. And I know that's an ugly feeling, but that don't mean that they not gonna pay. That don't mean that he ain't paying in his mind right now. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I'm not God, but I do know that even those people will make it into heaven. So yeah, God know how to get a person back and pay them back. And even if we don't think a person is suffering, we don't know, because we can't see the inside of them. We don't know if when they go to sleep what they see, and God keep them in a dream state for a long time. We have no idea of how, because God deals with each and every soul differently. Because what might hurt me might not even bother you. You know what I'm saying? It might not even make you flinch, but it can make me cower in the corner, because all of our things are different. And what, you know what I'm saying? Everything that we do is different. Everybody, God is going to, that's why everybody is going to have their own judgment day. We won't be judged as a group. We're going to be judged individually on our own decisions, on our own everything. Yeah. So I'm about to go. I love y'all. Yep. Find out where to put this stuff at. Yep. So, I mean, count up the cost of the things that you want to do. Thank you so much, Miss Lakia. Lady Kaya, thank you. Count up the cost, y'all, because this is the thing. It's a long time once you leave your body. This is the short side. And it's going to be a lot worse over there. He said, this ain't nothing. Even the riches and glory over here is nothing compared to what he got compared over there, because that stuff is eternal. This stuff can all be taken, melted down, ruined, buried. He said that stuff can't. That stuff doesn't corrupt. All these things can be washed out, burned up, melted into something else. That stuff it's not corrupted in heaven. And either way it goes, whether you're going to be sent to hell or heaven, you're getting an incorruptible body. It won't be destroyed. So that's good if you plan on living a good life. But if you're going to be living in torment and torture, you would want that body to give out, but it ain't. It's indestructible too. They're both indestructible. Yes, you're going to be reincarnated into a spiritual body. This flesh is going to die. But even if you get an indestructible body, that ain't good if you're going to be tormented, because it ain't never going to give out. It's not ever going to get tired. It's not ever, but you still going to feel all that pain and all that torture and all of that. And I'm not trying to scare nobody, but it's a reality. When you think about like your decisions right now that's temporary, compared to you don't ever get to come back from death. You over there, once you gone, you gone. You don't come back. So you have to know that side is longer than this side. I mean, there's some people that's revived, but I'm saying once you gone, and that's it, and your body didn't decayed and all of that, you don't come back from that. So we know that side is longer. Even Adam and them that lived 900 years, they've been gone longer than 900 years. Right? So they've been on that side a lot longer, even with them living almost 1,000 years. They still been on that side longer than they was on this side. And eternity really ain't even started yet. In a sense. I mean, it has, but it hasn't. So just think, like I said, Abraham, them, and Moses, them, and the people in Adam's first 63 children, they only been gone like 5 or 6 days. 6 days in God's time. The people at the beginning, 6,000 years total, whatever. They only been gone 6 days. The people that was around with the dinosaurs and all. 6 damn days? Well, what kind of vacation is this? Like Beetlejuice. You just can't get out. You just keep going back to the same, trying to get her. Ticket 1,752,000. Thought I could skip out this door and then put you right back in your seat. Oh, no. Ain't none of that. You can't bribe the people at the desk or nothing. So I hope your decisions because that's a scary thought. Look. Yep. This. It's about to be this. It's about to be this. This right here. Yeah, I opened it. Yeah, but you wasn't here. I opened it nice though. Look, you would have never know it's not in here. Oh, I opened it nice. Oh, I still got the thing in there and everything. Like there go the twine and the wrap and the wax. Oh yeah, I opened it nice. It's still in the thing and everything. Oh, it's not a game. I like this. This made me real happy. You would never know the book ain't in there, would you? My mama taught me how to unwrap gifts and not tell wrapping paper. It came in handy. Thank you, lady. Yeah, but I took it out. India. So, this is about to be popping off here shortly. The never-ending story. Right. Thank you, Isabel. Who was God talking to when he said, let us make man in his image, wisdom, and Jesus? The spirit of wisdom and Jesus. Wisdom is a lady. She's an entity. She was there in the beginning. And Jesus was too. He was the light that was created in the beginning. That's the us. Jesus is the light. When he said, let there be light, that was Jesus. The light to the world. Just like all the souls were created in the same day. So even though your kids just came through you right now, they was created the same day your great-great-great-great-grandparents and all of Adam's kids was created. All souls was created on the same day as when you get your body. They souls, they be like, oh, they been here before. They is just as old as your soul. All the souls was created the same day. Just you ain't got your body yet. That's all. It's a real thing, Robbie. All souls was created on the same day. All the angels was created on the same day. Everything was created. It's just when you get your body. That's why the eggs are already here. And each egg, if they take out a different egg and they do the whatever it is, the genetic makeup of each egg, even though my body is making, whatever, or letting them go or whatever, each one of those eggs make a whole different person. A completely different genetic makeup from anybody else in that sack. Same thing with the sperm. Which means the souls already had to be here for all of those different math equations or whoever you're going to have a kid with. The souls already had to be here for that. Just like the eggs was already here. I was in my grandma and my mama, I was in my mama. My mama was in my grandma and all them eggs, even the eggs that was in my granddaughter right now was in my great-grandma. So that means the soul's been here. If the eggs, you just getting... The souls was all created. It's just when you get your body. And there has to be a succession in order for you to do that. That's why the eggs and the sperm and everything already be there. Yeah. He already knew. He said, I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. Well, if he knew you, he had to know all the women that carried you too. And all the men that came before. All the equations from the people moving all the way from Scandinavia to Africa to have this relationship they wasn't supposed to have, for them to move to Jamaica somewhere, for you to be born over there to meet an Asian man, and now it's a Blasian baby, for them to move to America and hook up. God had to know. He knew about all of it. He knew about the hidden babies that wasn't nobody going to know about, that he got hid and gave away and was going to go all the way over across the world and be given away and meet this person and the kids they was going to create. He knew about those. All them souls was already created. They just been waiting to get their body. It's a real thing. Yes. Yes. So with that, first of all, what is you hiding from him? Because he already knew. Second of all, you better get yourself together, because 1,000 years is a long time to just be one day. You said I got beat up here. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh Lord, come on back in the sparring ring. Come on in. I got my stuff. You ready? You got your helmet on? You ready? You got your mouth guard in? You ready? What they be doing? Okay, walking low. Right? Get your stuff on. Let's go. Get your stuff on. We training. It's got to be a war anyway, so there you go. Come on. Oh. Hi, TT baby. Hey, y'all. My circle littles. Do I feel like this make people live in fear? We not scared. We prepared. I don't got to be scared if I'm getting prepared. As long as I'm taking this stuff off and making sure that I'm trying to learn one thing a day that God want me to do, I ain't got no reason to be scared, because I'm getting prepared to leave. You only be scared if you ain't preparing. I ain't perfect, but he said no man is perfect, so I ain't got to worry about that. I just got to be striving towards perfection, which is me learning God's will every day. Ain't no reason for me to be scared. I mean, it is a little, when you read that, but as long as you listening to the other stuff, which is, okay, you don't want me to be a liar. You want me to care about people. You want me to watch my thoughts. You want me to consider your feelings about how you feel about this. You want me to do this or that. Then, no, we just getting prepared to leave. It's like preparing for a trip. You got to shave. You got to shave your legs and go get your hair done and get your nails done. And you got to prepare when you're going on a trip. Well, we leaving this earthly body at some point in time. And this soul that's going to last forever is going to be going somewhere. So just prepare for your trip. Talk with the travel agent as much as you can so you can understand where you go. Because he's giving you descriptions of the destination spots he got. Them is the only ones for the eternal. He done given you the descriptions, several descriptions in these Old Testament supergrapha of the 2 vacation spots he got available. And the huts and the pools and the hot tubs and the food and everything and the events and all of that. See, like, you know how people go hang gliding and what's that, what is that? Zip tie. See, the zip ties this time is going to be connected in your skin. And hung by your eyelids. You're going to zip line by your eyelids over there. That's one of the attractions. Yeah. And then they have this whole dominatrix like thing over there. Oh my God, right? So like the whole, what is it called? S&M? BDSM? Is that what it's called? BDSM? Something and something. Sadism and masochism. I don't know how to say it. You know what I'm talking about? Is it BDSM? Is that what it's called? The submissiveness stuff, where they like put bits in your mouth and whip you with. Yeah, so that's over there too. But with this is see, with this kind, how God set it up, it's 500 angels whooping you into submission at one time. 500 with fiery whips that's on fire. Wow, you got people throwing hot coals in your eyes. So if you in the BDSM, don't worry about it. If you don't make it, it's going to be a lot of it. They're going to put hooks in your back and hooks in your eyelids. You're going to be hung by the... Oh, yeah, all of that little torture from the tattoos and the holes and all of that. Don't worry about it. It's all kinds of that over there. He done set it all up for you. It's like a hellraiser, like y'all said, like a hellraiser event. Like a hellraiser Airbnb. A Saw Airbnb. But real life. Yep, it's gonna be to die for. You gonna love it. The weather is no, let me go for y'all really start throwing tomatoes. But I'm about to go. They like, let me go read this Enoch again, because I must have missed this part. And then what she said, Ezra, the questions of Ezra, is that in book 1? It is. It is. It's in a, go on and look for yourself. And take your time and look up those words like cruel darkness and weapons of atrocities and stuff. Take your time and just look through it and see if it's saying anything to you. It's about that time right now. You said all of it. Listen. It be real out here. If you want to know, the information is here for you. Because God said it ain't going to be no excuse, especially not with internet. You ain't going to be able to say, oh, God, I didn't know. He said you found everything else you wanted to see. Why you didn't go looking for that? It's going to have you rethinking what you're doing, what you just said. You be like, wait a minute, girl, no, I'm not about to do that dumb stuff. That's stupid. Girl, you used to love it before I knew the punishment for it. I did. But I'm counting a do. Nah, the cost too high on that, baby. You see that? That's a eternal damnation is the cost of that. That price too high for me. I'm gonna have to go on and pass. You hear me? Let me get my eternal calculator out and see about what that. No. Thank you. Oh, you was throwing them too. Wait a minute. Not throwing pots and plants. Wait a minute. Is they clay pots or is they in plastic? Damn. I thought you was blowing me some meds through here. You throwing damn pots. See, I'm about to go. Oh, yep, it's dangerous around here. The Lord said he was going to have me around the jackals and the wolves, honey. He said, don't be scared. He said, I'll be with you. I'll be with you in the lion's den. I'll be with you when the giants is coming. I'll be with you when the pots and pans and eggs and bacon and tomatoes is flying too. Y'all, I got